Hey guys, it's SystemCollapse, and this is Project Ozone 3. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. I'm having a pretty busy one myself. Epeolatry episodes, I did a bit of stuff, a lot of little random things. We'll kind of check that out. Kind of push forward here. The first thing I did, I guess, was went to the Nether. I went ahead and got a bunch more glowstone, so I could get rid of all those torches. I also got a bunch of, did I just see a cow? We got a cow there. A bunch of netherrack, so I could get that. I needed more prosperity shards, so I went ahead and sifted that down, so that's pretty cool. What is he? Lithium. Of all the ones, there must be mechanism. Lithium, is it? Yellow. Lithium. Let me check that real quick. Yeah, it's lithium. It's the regular stuff, so it's the gas form of lithium. So I'm not really sure what we'd use that for. I can't remember what lithium's really used for. Is that, worry about that later. That might be for tritium. I'll have to look into that. Anyway, we got a cow, so that's cool. They are in the pack, which is pretty cool. Also went ahead and made 2 new portals. So I went ahead and made the Deep Dark portal, which just takes like 8 compressed cobblestone, so like 72 cobblestone. And this one will, I should kind of tell you what it does, right? Will kind of teleport you to another dimension. You see there, it actually kind of starts adding those little particles on the screen. In time, it'll teleport you to another dimension. In that dimension, if you go to the dark, you actually take a damage. Just kind of, yeah, just start taking damage. Also, the mobs are super strong there. But there are ores in the ground, so if you dig down, you can't get ores, which is cool. Over here, I worked on this one here as well, which is the hunting dimension, which is super easy. Go to hunting, check that out. This one was a quest, so I went ahead and did it. I don't plan to go there yet, but yeah, super easy to do. Set up the portal, hit it with a sword. Had to be this sword, this one wouldn't work. And it'll open up the portal. There are mobs there, and it's a dark place, and it's a bad place, and I don't want to go there yet, and I don't even know if we need to, but it is set up. I know some people are having a hard time finding the golems for members, depending on their biome. That would be a way to do it, but it would be horrific. Really in the back, I think. It'd be pretty rough. What else did I do here? I did work on a seed. So over here we have a seed. I worked on Eulorium, so I have the Eulorium seeds. I 10-10-10 them, so I have that kind of all 10-10. I have 3 of them being automatically kind of farmed here, which is pretty legit, because it gives me a whole lot of it. It's going to make it so we can get into a new power source really easy, which is going to be extreme reactors. And down here, I just set up a drawer system, so we do our different things, right? So I have a drawer controller, then I have a basic drawer with a whole lot of Eulorium in it. We're going to get 165 stacks. And even with it's just like those 3 seeds, we'll be able to do a pretty large reactor really easy. I have no fear of running out, to be honest, which is pretty cool. And this is going to be one of the things we get into. That and wireless power is kind of the plan for today. Over here, I did work on our meshes, so I got them upgraded to diamond. Then I noticed something kind of annoying, actually. Go to, I guess, netherrack, right? Netherrack, and maybe crushed netherrack. Check that out. Go to use on it. Boom. You got to use, to get the prosperity, you have to use iron meshes. So I have to go back and make iron meshes, which is a little strange, because the next level doesn't have it. I don't know why prosperity is not on the diamond. That seems really strange to me. But yeah, we'll definitely have to go back and do that at some point, get another set of them. Also went ahead and set up tinkers, so I have that done. Just normal tinkers, automated normal with the clocks. And then we have the hoppers underneath pulling out items. I haven't actually used this thing yet. I need to go ahead and make 2 picks. I need a silk touch pick, and I need a, I guess a fortune pick, probably be a good idea. And then probably a rage rep and a shuriken. The way I'm kind of feeling it though, I have seared tank back here. Then I have the blaze mesh, crucible, and cobblestone generator just automatically producing lava. Flat transfer node pulling it into the smeltery, so I don't even have to worry about fueling it. You can use different fuel though, I should say. You could use the fire water, which is cool. Also diamonds. I found an easy way to get diamonds too. If you're doing the automatic loot bag opening, right here, horse armors, each one of these is worth 2 diamonds. So yeah, definitely a thing as well. But now that we have the diamond meshes, at least we'll get diamonds a little more often. So that is something. And I think that's everything I did. That might be everything. Yeah, like I said, it was just a whole bunch of little things. But anyway, I guess I did a little more with the seed. I didn't really show that. The only thing I really did is I had to go ahead and make this one here, which was the Supreme Infusion. So same as before, just one more step. And same thing with the seeds. So I just had to make the higher level crafting seeds. Where did I put all my crafting seeds? I got some here. Tier 2s, Tier 3s. I think I had to make the Tier 4 for the Eulorium, right? Eulorium, check that out really quick. No, I had to do Tier 5. So I had to go Tier 4, Tier 5, get that done. And then, yeah, just go ahead and make that. It's premium. We have, like, I don't know. It's like 760 stacks of blocks. No, sorry. Yeah, 760 stacks of blocks of Eulorium. Not Eulorium, Inferium. So yeah, not even a worry anymore. We have tons of it. It's really just a matter of sitting down and crafting at this point. I can make tons of different seeds, which is pretty awesome. So what we're going to get to, like I said, is going to be extreme reactors. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple things here, get everything ready. I did have to smelt down a bunch of graphite, so I got that done. That is just cool. Smelt it down. So you go to recipe on that, check that out. Boom. And yeah, once you have this, you can get into the mod. And we're going to get into that right now. And okay, let's go ahead and grab everything we're going to need for the reactor here. We're going to need a bunch of iron, so might as well grab it. A little bit of redstone and maybe some gold. There we go. And yeah, just gotta drop this all off into a crate and do some crafting here. We're gonna go ahead and craft up everything up here. The first thing we're gonna make is a whole lot of these casings. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Don't know how many. Probably about 6 stacks. We get 4 per, so we would need another 32. So let's do that. If I make too many, that's fine. Then I can just go ahead and upgrade the reactor later on. But that is pretty cool. So yeah, definitely a thing we're gonna do here. So yeah, the reactor casings, that's what they take there. Oh, it's gonna switch over. I almost crafted that again. It would have wasted all my actual graphite. That would have sucked. But anyway, there we go. We've got a bunch of casings. First thing we're gonna need here is a reactor controller. So let's go ahead and grab that. Next, we'll need some of these reactor control rods. We're actually gonna need 9 of those. Let's go ahead and do that. And I guess the next one would be the fuel rods. We need about 27 of these. So let's do, well, 27 of them. We're actually going to do a 3x3x3 of them. So that could be how that kind of works there. Then I guess we need the actual power tap. So that is the reactor redstone flux power. And then I guess we need, I forgot one more thing here. What are they called? They're like the ports. What are the access ports? We need 2 of these puppies. So let's do that there. And that should be pretty much everything we need to actually build the reactor. I know something else we need here. Oh, that's quest. I didn't even notice the quest line for this pack. Or not this pack, but this mod. So yeah, that's definitely a thing. But anyway, we're going to need about a block. We're going to need some blocks of iron, so grab that. Then what else do we need here? We need to be able to automate, whatchamacallit here, Eulorium. So we're going to need a crafter of some sort. So let's go ahead and grab one of them. Let's do that. We use the analog one because it's free, doesn't take any power. It's fast enough for our needs at this point. So let's go ahead and grab you. And then we'll probably need some translocators as well, which kind of reminds me I need to go ahead and set up smelting of ender pearl. Let's kind of do that in a second. We'll need you and probably that. So we'll grab like 3. And then we'll need some ender chests as well. And we'll need some dye. So let's get that done. Sweet and sweet. We're almost there, man. We're almost there. We'll go and set this up. This is going to produce a lot of power, too, because the power's been kind of ramped up in this pack. Not the normal way. Usually, they kind of change the multiplier. In this one, they changed how much fuel it uses, so it actually produces more power because of that. So that is kind of neat as well. Yeah, I think it was ×9 multiplier, basically. So, yeah, pretty crazy how much power this is going to produce. Let's do that. I expected close to 100,000, like 90 to 100,000 with the size of reactor we're going to build. So that's going to be a thing. We need to do coolant. That is why I said I need to smelt down the ender pearl. We're going to use resident ender at this point, just because it's pretty cheap for us as a material. Gelid would be way better, but we're just going to go with this. But anyway, let's do that. And possibly a chest. Let's go ahead and grab a chest here. Probably 1 chest. And I guess we need a tank as well. So let's do a portable tank. Portable tank. Check that out. They're from Thermal. They can only hold 20 buckets, but at the same time, it's 20 buckets that is very portable. So let's go ahead and grab you. And you. Okay, let's go and set up smelting first, because we need that. I'm going to need these out of here, because I never grabbed levers yet to put on these to be able to actually, you know, fully automate this thing cleanly. Otherwise, it's going to produce things we don't want. And yeah, I don't want that. So let's go ahead and grab some liquid translocators. Pop that there. And then we just need to pump in the tank, so that'll work. Next thing we'll do is, I guess, fill this up here. Go ahead and grab a chest, so we have an automatic feeder chest. Then we just do that with another one of these puppies, right? So just do that there. There we go. And then we'll just pop in like 2 stacks. Should be all we need. Next thing we'll do before we actually build the reactor, I think, is set up a ender chest for the actual, whatchamacallit here, the Eulorium. We'll auto-craft it on the other end. Doesn't really matter which side we do it on. I'll just do it on that side, though. But to do a translocator here, pop it there. Probably should grab some glowstone to kind of speed that up. So we'll go ahead and grab some of that. Here we go. We can get that kind of thing kind of filled up pretty quickly. Otherwise, it's going to take a couple seconds. There we go. And there we go. Awesome. So that takes care of that. Next thing we're going to do is actually build a reactor. So let's go. Let's build it close to the farm. It doesn't really matter where it goes, to be honest. Actually, before we start, let's grab a wand. Because that'll make things go a little quicker. Let's go to wand. Where's that up there? There we go. Got ourselves a diamond wand. That'll just make it so we can build this thing ever so slightly faster. But anyway, let's do something like that there. Do like a 3x3, and there we're going to set up the fuel rods first. So the fuel rods are actually going to be a 3x3 themselves. A 3x3x3, I should say. This is where the Epeolatry actually goes in and kind of produces power. I'm going to kind of map this out here. It's going to come out 3 on each side. Let's do it like that. There we go, just so I don't have to measure it. And then we can go ahead and set up the next part, which would be the reactor control rods, which will all sit on top of the fuel rods. And that's where they belong. Last thing we need to do for the base of it anyways, just kind of wand this across, and then we can kind of get our actual bits and bobs that we need for the actual multi-block. The control and all that jazz in place. So do something like that there. And then, yeah, let's kind of think about this. Probably raise it up one more for the sake of raising it up. Go ahead and grab a controller. We'll sit that right there. And then we'll grab the access ports. One here, one there. I'm going to set this one to outlet mode because there will be a byproduct called cyanide we need to deal with. And then this one will be for actually kind of pulling the power out of it. So that's how that works, right? That's cool. That should be everything that we need. So the rest of this, I guess, is just kind of building up, right? So we'll just kind of build a little ring around this that we can wand it up 4 more levels. And then we can start working on the liquid, I guess, and the one other part with the corners. So that's cool. And did I really run out of casings? I thought I had enough. Obviously, I didn't. Anyway, let's check it out here. How am I doing on this stuff? Oh, I still have tons in here. Okay. I was going to say, how did 6 stacks go that quickly? But anyway, let's go over here. Sweet, sweet, and possibly sweet. So this is going to be kind of the layout here. On the inside, we're going to grab these iron blocks. And they're going to go in the corners. The main reason in the corners, they don't affect the power at all with this kind of layout. All that the machine kind of cares about for coolant. So I'm going to be adding coolant here, like I said, in these kind of 2 spaces. But all the reactor cares about is what's directly kind of in line. You know what I mean? It doesn't care about the angles. So these corners are actually useless. It'll just make the liquid kind of, you know, flow around, be real messy. Maybe cause a little lag. And if I can reduce that, so be it, right? So we're going to use blocks of iron. You can only use certain materials, mostly metals, right? So stuff like that. You can use diamonds and stuff like that as well. They can also be used as coolant technically, as opposed to liquids. It's just liquids actually work better. So that's what we're using. So that's the thing. And that should be good there. We can go ahead and cover up the corners. So let's do that there. And maybe this as well. Then, oh man, why did I do iron blocks all the way to the top like this? But I know that I have to put casings here, or it's not going to form into a multi-block. I'm just complete and utter dirt. There should be laws, man. Anyway, we'll do that. Get this done. And then we're going to get into wireless power as well. We're going to be using different wireless power here, but there's going to be another step to it. But I'll cover that in a few minutes. Basically, all we really need to do now is get the fluid in there and then cover the top of this with casing. But while we're sitting here, let's go ahead and grab. Let's see here. We need a flat transfer node. We're going to have to set up the automation of the crafting, right? So I'm going to set a flat transfer there to pull in. I'm going to grab this analog crafter. It disappeared. It's Houdini. And we'll put it right there. And disable the center one, which will disable it on the actual crafting recipe here. We're going to turn on sticky and spread items. Spread items will just make them, when they come in a little more kind of evenly. And sticky is going to make it so it always keeps one of every item in the slot after it sees the recipe the first time, which is kind of cool. And then we can just kind of throw a chest here probably, and then grab a item translocator. And this should automatically start auto crafting, which is kind of the point, right? So that's cool there. So that'll handle that part of it. The next part is we get to deal with the byproduct, which is going to be the cyanide. I believe we have some barrels in here. Let's just do that right there. And yeah, let's get that done. So we would need, let's see here, that's already on outlet mode. Go ahead and grab transfer, pump that there. I can't even remember if this needs a transfer node or if it auto outputs, but I'm just going to use one either way. Let's do that. Go ahead and grab, what do we need here? Barrel hammer and a painter, just because I don't want it to look normal. Let's do a cover, and let's do like a concrete here. Concrete, we'll go with the gray, and we'll just hit it once and then hit it twice. So yeah, all the materials will go in there, the cyanite, and this thing's already pretty much good to go. Like I said, we just need to go ahead and grab some fluids. So we'll go ahead and pick up this puppy. Can my wrench that I have work on this, or does it have to be the thermal wrench? I can't remember. Let's see here. Oh, what is the thermal wrench? I forget. The crescent, right? What does crescent take? Let's go make a crescent real quick, just so we can move stuff like that around much easier. Do that. Grab a crescent wrench. Sweet. Do you. Then we should be able to just pick this puppy up really easy, right, with shift and right click. There we go. Cool. That's awesome. Okay, so we need to get the fluids in here. It's going to be pretty simple, pretty basic. We're only going to be kind of like running it down, kind of like a, you know, like a flowing kind of thing. We don't have to fill up every spot. Although I'm not sure. No one's ever been able to confirm with me if it's actually better to do it with every spot of 1.12. Because it was in 1.10, I don't think it mattered. Yeah, 1.10. I don't know if it matters in 112 or not. If it's solid blocks or not. For the liquids anyway. I'm going for a bucket. I get totally sidetracked here. Go ahead and grab bucket. Do that. Do that. So yeah, we're just going to do this kind of one down. And we need 24 bucks of this. So we will have to do a second trip here. Well, once this is done, we can see how much power we get. And like I said, I'm expecting quite a bit. And yeah, it should do us for quite a while in this pack. I haven't seen anything yet that's going to take, you know, ridiculous massive amounts of power. Although there could be later on for sure. Because, yeah, there's lots in this pack that I haven't really sorted out the actual path we have to go yet. So that is definitely a thing. I'm just finding in most packs lately that power is kind of an afterthought. Power has just reached a point with kind of power creep. I'll just call it power creep even though it's power. That in packs, you barely even need power anymore. Like, you need a little tiny bit of power. If there's not RF tools dimension, you don't usually use massive amounts of power. Or calculator. Calculator uses a lot of power with the duping. But yeah, I don't know. Just doesn't seem like you need to make power like you used to have to actually utilize, right? Just all the mods produce too much power. I think RF, I really feel that power for most mods need to be nerfed globally. Just a thing. But anyway, just my little thoughts, my little tidbit. Anyway, let's go ahead, grab you. Go ahead and grab you and finish off our last 4 buckets here. And then we could actually get this thing going and have some power, man. There we go. And we just need to get this covered up, which we could probably just do one, just to make it a little quicker. So that and that. Top of these blocks too, I think after a multi-block is formed, we can't actually spawn mobs. So that is kind of an added bonus here. Let's do you. And yeah, check this out. So this thing should start getting filled up here now. So it's actually filling up the reactor. And once this hits 100% here, we'll hit the on button. And this thing should produce pretty well. I'm expecting, like I said, probably 100,000-ish, which is pretty legit. This thing isn't very fast at moving either because I use the flat transfer. But it should be more than able to be able to keep up with the actual kind of usage of the generator. So that's kind of cool. Where are we at? We're at 94. I think each one counts as a bucket of liquid Eulorium, even though we don't actually ever see it in liquid form. Let's go ahead and turn it on there. There we go. And we should see... Oh, we broke 100. Let me see... 130? Wow, that's actually way more than I was expecting. Huh. That's actually pretty crazy. Like 135? Probably tick up there a little more, right? Yeah, I'll probably get close to 135 after it kind of stabilizes. It's kind of a weird reaction, I guess weird calculation between the fuel rods and the casing heat and the core heat and all this jazz. I don't know how it works out to kind of exact numbers, but we are getting the cyanite there, so that's cool. I'm going to throttle this thing down too because we don't need to be burning that much fuel right now. because we're not using that much power. So what we could do here, if you kind of look at these, you can see control to change all rods. We're going to change that up to 90%, and basically what that does is reduce the usage of fuel in this by 90%. It's probably going to drop down to about 20,000 or so, somewhere around there, because it does get a little more efficient as it gets a little colder. I think it is the way it works. I think it's the casing heat. You want that colder. Yeah, there we go. Looking pretty good. 18,000. I'm happy with that. And that's our power setup, which is pretty awesome. Of course, right now we can't really move power around. We need to deal with that. So let's kind of drop some things off here. Do you. And that looks good. So the power we're going to get to is going to be this here. We're going to get to the spectral relays, right? These ones here. I guess they're spectral coils. Now, most people know the spectral coil. Where is it here? This one here. That actually generates power. This is just one you could just find is, you find a loot. You can even find it in Nether, stuff like that, in the chest. These ones here are craftable. These ones don't produce power. They transfer power. They do it wirelessly. What is that? I want that thing. Whatever it is, I want it. What is it? Right clicking on the ground. Let me spawn a spectre, a lunar that will light up the whole chunk it has been spawned in. Huh. That is actually really cool. I click the limb to get back the item and make the chunk dark again. We'll definitely be making some of those later. Anyway, I didn't know that was like every time I look at random things, there's a new item. What we're going for though is these spectre saplings. We need these. We can actually grow them in bonsai, but to be able to get them, we need tainted soil. To get tainted soil, we need witch water, and then yeah, dirt. So that's kind of how that works there. We can make mycelium really easy though for the witch water. So let's go over here. Let's go to mycelium. Grab some of that stuff. Some of our essence here. We'll just grab about 64, should be good. Set up a little temporary area here. It'll be very temporary actually. So, yeah, something like that there. Sweet. And then maybe just wand a little bit. There we go. Just come across. Sweet, sweet. And that's good. So what we need to do here is grab some of those barrels. So let's go do that. Just the oak ones. Let's do there. I don't even think they're called barrels. They're like wood barrels, aren't they? Something like that. Anyway, these ones right here. Extra hollow ones. Go, we'll grab like, I don't know, like 9 or 10. That's good. Then we'll grab ourselves a infinite water source, which is right over here. Do that. Cool. And yeah, all we really need to do is throw that down. Go ahead and grab the wood barrel. And yeah, just kind of get them down. Now, the more mycelium around them, the faster they transform into witch water. But basically what we do here is just fill them up with water. So we'll just do that. Probably going to have to do this a couple times here, but I'll just kind of get the initial batch done. I'll probably do the rest by myself. Let's do you and you. You can see here they're turning into, it just says transforming, but it's actually transforming into witch water, like I said. Go ahead and grab some dirt here. And yeah, we just start making tainted soil, which is pretty fantastic. Is this one done? That one's done. Look at that. Just like that. Now we need to take this stuff and sift it down. And I need to do it in... Is it really flint stiffened? I'm going to have to actually craft that. I have like a couple thousand flint, so I'm not really worried. But I'm going to have to do that. And it's only 5% rate, so I may have to do it a few times here. But I'm going to go ahead and do that. Make a bunch of it. Like I said, sift it up. Come back, and we'll kind of push forward with wireless power. Okay, I went ahead and sifted down the tainted soil, and I got ourselves a spectre sapling, which I threw in a bonsai. And yeah, we're getting our ectoplasm, which is pretty cool. Also went ahead and threw on a mechanical user here with some bone meal in it. It's just automatically using it, kind of speeding up the process, which is pretty awesome because it's taken a little while. And yeah, I got that done. Next part I guess I did was over here. You can see I'm actually sifting down, what is this there? Endstone? So I'm doing crushed endstone. I needed some draconium, so we have that now. Got that pretty easy. I noticed you get really good amounts of prosperity shards out of this, so that is pretty awesome. And the way I actually got the endstone is over here. Just have endstone coming in here. I got glowstone being pumped into the top of a stone barrel with lava in it. Right here, the lava's getting kind of automatically pulled out of that. And then, yeah, it just gets mixed together. Get endstone, break it down with a hammer. Then you can kind of sift it, so that is pretty awesome. So we're going to go ahead and craft up a couple things here. The first thing I actually want to make is, I guess it would be the... Let's do it this way. Let's go ahead and get this one done. I need to go ahead and make a grinder because we need to kill one wither. And the wither in this pack actually gets progressively harder as you kill it each time. So you don't want to just kind of set up a farm and just spam kill them, because they'll just end up with massive amounts of hit points. I believe they can break most blocks as well. And yeah, it's definitely an issue. Like, they can just walk through obsidian. So don't want to be dealing with that. And we're going to be kind of killing them in a limited amount. But I do need this one nether star to kind of get us started. So we're going to get that done. And we're going to use a mob grinder to kind of kill them. That is kind of the plan. So I guess that's what I'm babbling about. Let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and grab a mob grinder. So we need 2 swords and probably a furnace. Sweet. This is from Draconic and is pretty powerful. It can kill mobs of massive amounts of hit points. It just takes more power to do it, I think, per hit point. It's weird. I don't know the math or anything behind it, but it's definitely a thing. I need to get this charged, so I should probably take that to the battery over here. I'll do that real quick. Then we'll kind of go craft up our spectral coils. Then go kill a wither, right? So there we go. That's getting charged up. That's cool. Then we can come down here and actually make ourselves a couple spectral coils. This here is one of the things we need to make, and this is the thing we need the actual nether star for a beacon. This thing is called the spectral energy injector. It's basically the battery for the mod, and you just pump the power to that to use these coils to kind of move the power around. Now we can just go ahead and actually make some of the spectral coils. We'll do something like that right there, and then I guess we need to make some of these ingots as well. Let's do like, I don't know, like 8 or 9, maybe 10. There we go. And then grab ourselves some coils, and we're good to go in that regard. So that is pretty awesome. Next, we have to make this, and like I said, we have to head to the nether. That shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully that has enough power in here now. You, right there, that's cool. And grab that puppy. And it's going to be a little sketchy killing this guy the first time, I guess. But we'll kind of see how it works here. This thing's usually pretty good at one-shotting things, so we'll kind of see how it works out. Anyway, we'll grab 3 wither skulls. And then I guess we'll grab some soul sand, because that is something you usually need for withers. And we're probably going to do this in the nether just to be safe. So let's go ahead to the nether, see if we can get this guy killed. And then, yeah, just go ahead and make that injector. And we'll have wireless power, which is pretty awesome. The actual coils, there's like 3 levels. The first one does 1,000. I think the next one does 4,000. And the last one actually does 20,000, which is pretty spectacular. Need a spot here to kind of kill this guy. Doesn't really matter. I think these guys are passive. I don't think we have to worry about them. There's little ember guys. Yeah, there's one right there that are all over the place. There you go, die. I don't know if they come out of the fire or how they work, but I'm just going to get rid of those. Anyway, let's go ahead and just set this up here. Should be pretty simple. Just go to, actually, let's do them laying down. Let's do it like, maybe like that. Sweet. Go ahead and grab a mob grinder. Pop that there. Did I hear a ghast? I don't see him. And then go ahead and throw some wither skeleton skulls on it. 2, 3. And this should work. Hopefully it works. Otherwise, this is going to be a pain. Not really afraid of dying from them. Not at this point, because we have the resistance and saturation and all that jazz, leaving regeneration. Looks like he just got one shot. Do not destroy my nether star. I know you're trying. There we go. We got it. Let's get out of here. We don't need to be here anymore. I don't want to hang out in this dimension any longer than I have to. So yeah, let's go back and craft the injector. And then, yeah, just kind of wrap this up. Because, yeah, we'd be all wireless powered. I'm ready to push forward in this pack. Because this is one of the things that was actually holding me back. Because I wasn't sure what it's going to use for wireless power. I came across these. And they're pretty legit, man. Anyway, let's go there. Probably need to close that. Get this injector. Kind of craft it up here. So the injector, super easy, I think, at this point. We need a beacon. And what else do we need? What is this thing? Spectral lens? Let's get a little tab here. Putting a spectral lens on top of a beacon will apply the effects of the beacon to your player, no matter where you are in the dimension. Oh, so it makes vanilla beacons actually useful. That's actually really awesome. I may set that up later on. I'll do one of those. Not right now, but definitely something I may do later on. What do we need here? Just 2 emeralds? It looks like we're good to go. So let's grab 2 emeralds. Go ahead and see if we could actually get this crafted up. That looks good there. Then go ahead and grab the injector. And that should be pretty awesome. That looks good there. And I think the first thing I'll probably do is grab this battery. Let's go ahead and grab that. There we go. This won't have any power for the second, but it doesn't really matter. Did I just break the ground? Oh, I just did it right there. I knew it was going to happen. There we go. Need to get the crop stick back down, and then it already spread anyway. It doesn't matter. There we go. And I guess all we need for power here, I guess after this point, is 2 of the coils. I don't even need this anymore. This can just go away. Sweet. Go ahead and grab 2 spectral coils and probably just pop them on top. Sweet, sweet. And then we'll have to hook up the power cores. We'll be able to kind of instantly see what's working. I just want to use the battery kind of as a buffer, and it'll actually pull the power out of the reactor, because I believe this one can only hold 1 million. That is the only kind of downside of the actual buffer. So let's go here. Let's go clear the sides, and we want the back side, right? So the input. No, that's not right. Isn't that the back side? This is the front, I believe. That's the bottom, and this is the back. So it'd be blue, right? Input? Yeah, there we go. It's going up. That's what we want to see. Then we'll want a output on the top as well. So just do that. Go ahead and grab this spectral energy injector. And looks pretty cool, actually. I really like that texture. That looks kind of nifty. But does it have power in it? It is getting power, too. So that is awesome. And I mean, right now we should have wireless power. So let's actually head over here. See if these machines are actually doing stuff. And they are. They're getting power wirelessly. We don't have to do anything. And that's pretty sweet. And we'll just keep getting more and more and more of those of the actual ectoplasm now. And these coils aren't too bad at all, actually. If you look at the recipe here, I think the second tier took redstone. Yeah, this one takes a bit of redstone, coils, a little bit of diamonds, and then the third tier is just ender pearls, which is not a big deal at all. So really easy to kind of maintain and kind of set up and kind of get going, and pretty awesome all around, because we are good to go in the wireless power. But I think I'm actually going to wrap this one up here. So I'm just going to let everyone know that I do have a Discord. If you want to stop up by, say hello, any of that jazz, feel free. Everyone is welcome. Just keep classy. That's all I ask. Also, I do have a Patreon, so if you want to think about supporting me moving forward, making videos, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Pretty cool. One of the current rewards, I guess, one of the perks, I guess, is we actually have 3 servers. One for this pack. I can't even remember what the other 2 are at this point. I know we have Snowblock too. I think we're switching another one real soon to the new FTB pack. So that is definitely stuff and things. And we are going to end this one here, though. So as always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button. Really liked it. Hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. Well, you guys all have a good one. See you guys in that video. Later.